Hello everybody and welcome back to our Medieval Total War Holy Roman Empire campaign. We have some opportunities and some new threats at the beginning of 1360 and the beginning of the new reign of Emperor Otto VI. Hopefully it will be a nice long reign. He's only 17. He's already starting off with a decent 5 influence, a quite respectable 5 command stars, and okay to middling other stats. He's a great warrior, unfortunately a bit of a hedonist. So as much as I would like to take advantage of these command stars in battle, we will be a little wary of risking him, and maybe it won't come to that. We are, however, going to address the lack of a wife here if we can, and we're going to ask for the hand of this Princess Bianca here, or Blanca. This is one of, well, hopefully it'll be one of several Spanish princesses that have been kind enough to marry into our family. And hope they'll keep that alliance going strong for as long as is convenient for us. The Spanish are, of course, running into a bit of trouble in Tyrolia, which is probably due to our spies up there. But that's totally fine. Keeping them a little busy is good. Unfortunately, the Mongols have moved into Venice, so we are hopefully going to wait out a siege here for a few years. This is a 3-year siege. Now, they may assault immediately here. We can't see exactly what their troops are, but they could probably do it. We do have 2 spies moving in, one a single-star spy and one a 2-star spy. So hopefully that'll cause some trouble for Venice, which is already at 118 on very low taxes, and that's not very good. Those spies are going to bring it down well under 100%. We do also, to address that threat, have a crusade that should be ready in 1 more year. When that is finished, we may take a pause, do some training, do some moving around of units before sending it on to Venice, because as we mentioned in the last episode, zeal in Rome, in Tuscany, in all of Italy really has taken a beating, probably as a result of that Petrarch event, except for Genoa. Genoa has escaped it, but all the other relevant provinces here have very, very low zeal. So that's going to make our crusade a little less meaty, I guess. And we'll see how, exactly how that will look once the crusade is finished and once we send it off. We do have a bit of an adventurous outpost here in Wallachia that is currently under siege. We got 2 years remaining on this. Hermann Karolinger here, who was a former prince, is still married, still royal blood, same guy. He's the uncle, I think the uncle of the current king, so he's no longer in line. But he's loyal enough for what he's doing. And I'm thinking, we've got 100 feudal sergeants here. We've got 60 feudal men-at-arms. We've got some cav, just some random other things. And it's a castle with a ring wall around it. So if they do assault, which hopefully they do, then we might make them pay a little for it. The other thing, Antioch, I don't think we're strong enough to take on all these Mongol heavy cav and Mongol horse archers in Lesser Armenia. And the Mongols have not been building up here, really. They've not been making any moves. The Byzantines, I believe, own Rum, but not Trebizond. You may be thinking, why don't we just attack Nicaea or Anatolia? And, Nicaea especially is a tempting target. We're only 1 step away from Constantinople there. But the Horde is still very strong. Their lands go all the way to the steppe here. They're fighting Novgorod up in the north. They probably command all of this very handily and could easily move down troops to deal with me, moving towards what is essentially now their capital. And that would weaken us around Antioch. We're allied with the Byzantines, but I don't want to leave Antioch at all unprotected. I want to keep the forces here. So we're going to hold out and just try to get a little more wealth out of trade, and hope that this is going to allow us to last, so we can really secure our position up here and in the north. What's happening in the north is we're going to be attacking Pomerania, and this, I'm a little nervous about this. We do outnumber them by a little bit. It's something like 600 or so to, I think we've got around 700, they've got around 600. So it's not a huge, massive outnumbering, and if they move troops in to support, then we may have to strongly consider withdrawing, which I would hate to do, because we've got a governor here who has no morale debuffs just yet. On the other hand, he's got morale bonuses, that might counteract any of those negative, hesitant vices. We'll see if it comes to it. And I am risking, what's left of a really strong army in Saxony, but I don't feel like leaving Pomerania here in the hands of the Horde, where they could just use it to, attack Saxony or our recent conquest in Brandenburg that we fought so hard for. Sweden, I think, is also a little beyond our grasp. Again, taking it just now would mean stripping troops out of Pomerania and out of basically our defensive forces around Saxony. What we have here in Denmark is deceptive. We've got a very high star general, but he's the crazy one, so he's got a lot of morale penalties. And you can see the units here are pretty weak. There's not like a single strong unit here. These units are also pretty weak, but I think they're going to have to wait for just a better opportunity. The income there, would be really nice to get, but we are doing things to improve our income. We are going to be working on a shipwright in Saxony, 3 more years, 1 more year for a trading post in Friesland, then a port, and then probably a shipwright here as well, so we can pump out caravels. I can't remember if we're going to need a castle. No, just the keep, because we've been getting caravels out of Venice, I believe. But at any rate, we're going to try to get shipping back in the North Sea and in the Baltic, and maybe in the Channel too. And hopefully, the Danes, they've got 2.5 full stacks of ships. They've almost got they've got essentially 3 full stacks of ships here. So they're very, very dangerous. I'm nervous about them. We're currently at peace. I'm thinking I want to take some time, try to make some money, consolidate what I have, maybe hook it up, right? Maybe connect these 2 halves, and then go back to trying to eliminate the Danish faction. We do need to get some more agents around there eventually to see what they have, because last we knew they were suffering from the Italian attacks, and their king is no longer in Cordoba, which means he's somewhere else, right? He could be down in Africa. He could be up in Scotland. We are sending some agents through Britain because the English have re-emerged yet again. And so that may mean we have another potential ally up there, and maybe they're going to make life harder for the Danes. Maybe they'll wipe them out. We also have a spy hanging out in Crimea on the Black Sea, and hasn't really accomplished too much just yet. But it's maybe requiring them to move troops in there. Okay, good. We don't even have to fight a battle. Alrighty, Pomerania conquered. That's what I like. Oh, shoot, and here we've got the assault on Venice. Oh, we might be able to hold off. We get some spears and urban militia, they do have a trebuchet. I think we have to give it a try. If there's any chance that we can hold them off, then I think we need to take it. And this is going to be just a keep. There is no ballista towers on this, but we do have the arrow towers, and we do have the castle wall, so they're going to need that trebuchet to get through. Now, where is that going to be set up? Ah, okay. Right there. Right there. Now this could be very nice, because we're going to be firing on that thing the whole time, I think. It's going to be right under fire from our arrow towers, and their general is Mongol infantry, or Mongol warriors. Okay. So, if their trebuchet works, right, if they attack the castle walls, then this will be very obviously difficult to deal with, because they'll be able to avoid the gatehouse and all of the difficulties there. But assuming that fails, we've got some spearmen here. We do have 19 peasants. We do have 8 Vikings. This is probably my best melee unit, apart from the general. 25 urban militia, so that shows you just how desperate things are. And we do have Genoese sailors. They're like an okay melee unit, melee ranged hybrid, and we have crossbows. All right, let's just keep everybody back here for now. Oh, they're going way up high, and it's a miss. Nice. All right, Yes, we are firing at them. Are they going to send anybody at the gates? Not just yet. So they've got, let's see, archers. They do have naphtha. And they got horse archers and step cav. Archers and cav mostly. And peasants. Alright, that was a good hit. But 4%. Alright, looks like some of our arrows are hitting the Mongol warriors. That's good. And we've already started to do some damage to the trebuchet. Great. Alright, good. All those guys need to just stay back, let the trebuchet do its work, and die. Are you gonna hit? You're probably gonna hit. Yeah. Got it on the bounce. 7%. But we're down to 6 trebuchet crew. It'd be great to kill the general. I think he's only got 1 command star. So the army here is not very strong, but of course neither is our garrison. Bounced right over the wall. Down to 5 crew. This might be just about it. Yeah, because they're going up. That's it for the trebuchet. Totally useless. Alright, they're sending up peasants. Oh man, wouldn't it be great if we could just kill this general? 33. So he started out with 40 men. That shows you, this unit is vulnerable to missile attack. 32. Alright, 100 peasants. Now, this is an archer unit, so I'm a little concerned that they get close to the walls. They could start showering our defenders with missiles. Yeah, and they are moving around. Hey, but, if they're moving, they're not firing. Let's get our archers up. Let's get the Vikings up. We're already doing damage to these peasants. 26. If we had like 1 unit of Royal Knights, I would feel so much better about all of this. And this is actually kind of nice too, because even when they come in, they're going to have all these buildings, so they won't be able to like form up. Maybe I do want to get my spearmen out here too. And the peasants, because they've got peasants as well. And yeah, I'll bring the general. 22 Mongol warriors. 21. Come on, kill him. Well, I guess we can probably assume that he's just going to get off range and wait. Do the spearmen right here. You here, and then the peasants over here, and actually the general will keep right by the archers, and the Vikings back here, so that when they break through, and they will break through, we'll have a nice clear shot at them. Oh, they're still in range. Oh, man. Yeah, this is an excellent unit. So, even if we do kill the general, I think the morale of these guys is going to be high enough to keep them in the fight. They're not just going to melt away. But with a bunch of peasants routing away from them, maybe, under fire from our towers, from our men. The other thing is, do I want to stop them here, or do I want to retreat to the inner gate? Jeez, they're going right in.
The castle gate is in enemy hands.
Yeah, I think we do it here. Okay, they're standing. Okay, their horse archers are gonna shoot, hang back for a little while. Let's come in that way. In with the Vikings, in with the peasants. This is really all I have. Enemy general, let's kill him. Down to 6 men. Alright, throw everything at it. Oof. Down to 5 men here. Okay, the Napa guys are coming in. Well, we just might not be able to win this. You know, part of me thinks we'll get back into the second row with like the archers. Maybe pull the general back. I just don't see it. We've got handgunners. Yeah. Yep. Urban militias, 5 men left. Well, let's see if we can get our archers in. I guess. Probably not at this rate. Alright, they're in, but the door's open. Oh, the door shuts. Okay. Let's go right here by the wall. If they want to get in, they're going to have to cut it down. The general's still out there. Okay. He put on a pretty good show, though. Killed 20 Mongol horse archers. You know, there were what? There were 40 in this unit. I'm guessing a lot of that was arrow fire. But look, I mean, you know, the longer we keep them out here, these towers do damage. I think these are going to stop firing now that no one's in this outer courtyard, so they can come up freely. But these are still firing. And these gates are currently undamaged. Alright, so they're sending the horse archers after it. That would not have been my choice. You still get all these peasants here. And you know, I guess if nothing else, this makes it likelier for a revolt to break out. We've got our spies in Venice. Let's just speed up the clock here because, you know, we all know what the outcome's going to be. Break through the gate here. Yeah, that's the end. But, well, it doesn't tell me how many men they lost. We at least killed 64. That's not insignificant. And that does not count the arrow fire. So they pillaged 375 florins from us. But we've got some unrest in Hungary. That's great. And they did not assault us in Wallachia. I would have rather had them assault here, but maybe they will at some point. Okay, yes, the Golden Horde are planning to attack us. Well, I would imagine. Okay, we've got our trading post in Friesland. Hey. That's wonderful news. The Spanish are not too shy with their princesses. Okay, we've got a loyal... I don't know where he is. It'd be nice to be able to click on him, but we've got a loyal guy somewhere. That's good. Okay, yes. What's the loyalty look like here, speaking of? Ooh, 28%. Very nice. Now, they could try, you know, they could move in some other guys here. But, you know, we might just get a loyalist revolt. So... Jeez. Last I knew, Austria was rebels. It was like a big rebel army. And maybe the Spanish have it, maybe the Horde has it. Let's actually try and look with our Inquisitor. Rebel, okay. And we're neutral to the rebels. That's good to remember. So does that mean we're now trading with Cyprus? Let's check Antioch. And we are making 157 off trade with the Cyprus. So yeah, I'm watching this series. Khan of Steppe is another YouTuber who's playing Medieval Total War as the Byzantines. Early expert glorious achievements. And so he's had several moments where he's been wondering, you know, can I get neutral with the rebels if I don't share borders with them anymore? And I'm pretty sure the answer was yes, like 99%. But yes, here it is. Now, of course, you know, this episode's going to come out like months from now, probably, so he will have already confirmed this for himself. But here's just confirmation for me, in case those moments of doubt. We are making a bit of money off of Cyprus. Okay, 1291, not too bad. And you know, we are really close now to being able to have enough money for the fortress. This is 8,000 florins. So once we get the baronial court finished in 5 more years, which allows us to train our chivalric knights, then we can get going on the fortress, which is going to take 20, but 8,000. So, you know, that's another reason I'm holding off on spending and training somewhat, because I just feel like we have to save money for that, or we're never going to see our Gothic Knights. We're never going to see the Grand Inquisitors, right? The stuff that I'm thinking is kind of important for us to have. Okay, we've got units here we can send up. I don't know what the crusade is going to involve. We have some odds and ends. Oh, these have been here forever, right? These are just units we can't or don't want to bother retraining in Rome. Let's go. I just said I'm holding off training, but let's go with a chivalric sergeant's unit. These seem to do pretty well against the Mongols. We did train a urban militia. There's our loyal guy, Maximilian von Osterreich. Okay, he's very loyal. And we've got a Danish prince here in Provence. They are building a little bit. They've got a fort anyway. It's going to get them their +1 valor peasants. And here's the English. Okay. Let's check out their diplomacy. They are not at war or allied with anybody. Their king is 32. He's married. And he's got a 24-year-old brother, presumably. So they've got several royal knights, some chivalric men-at-arms. Looks like they've been doing some fighting already. This is probably as a result of just appearing here on the map. Oh, wow. 6-star Royal Knights General. And we've got Jean de Grailly, 5 stars. Wow. Alright, so some good stuff appearing in Mercia. They're not at war with anybody. They're not allied. Let's wait. You know, maybe they'll produce a princess and we will want to take advantage of that somehow. But we'll just keep moving around to see who owns what and what sort of state the British Isles are in. I do believe the Danes still have Wessex. So in Friesland, we build our trading post. That's going to make us 24. You know, in 10 years, it will have made back like a quarter of its cost. Hey, if we get this connected to a trade network, it is going to get better. So let's now, go with a port. Friesland has wool. Now, wool is produced in, well, not in Scotland. It's produced in Flanders, I think. Probably Normandy. But we can sort of focus our trade over here. And in 2 years, we'll be able to trade barks. In Denmark, we should be planning the same thing. Actually, we can do barks right now in Denmark. But I think we want to go with caravels here. Denmark, we don't even have a port, though. That's the weird thing. All right. Let's wait. We'll do... No, I think we have to do the port here. Like, I'm thinking, okay, well, we can do this. This makes us a little bit of money. And it does. But if we get one ship in the sea here, we're going to be able to start trading both of this stuff to Scotland. So that's probably the better move. Okay, Pomerania is ours. And cranking that up gets us a little bit more money. And the Mongols just moved back. So, you know, at this point, they could go to Brandenburg and we could counterattack. But as we've seen, the problem with this whole area is very tough to control. Because attacking into Brandenburg is a river battle. And so from Saxony, it's the same thing. So if they attack Brandenburg again, and we want to relieve it, we're going to be fighting across a bridge. So that's why I think we can't, like, just wait. We have to We have to make Pomerania strong. And we kind of have to get Silesia, too. Alright. Jeez. Pomerania doesn't provide all that much. It does have 2 trade goods. Let's go with a fort. That's really going to cut into our profits, but like 1,100 or so. Let's take you out. We've got the Crusade here now. It's going to cost us money to send it. The other thing we could do is we could just hit Bavaria, and if the king stays there, he may just withdraw. But yeah, Bohemia I think is a little too far for us to be able to handle right now. It's too close to where they've got good units, and we don't have a lot of support. And we're not stripping that many guys away from Naples for this either. So, what are we going to do? Do we give it another turn? Even, yeah, I think we have to, because we're not crusading yet. Let's wait. Hold our horses. We may get a rebellion here in Venice, right? We may get a loyalist revolt. We need to see what happens there. And I think, yes, we do want to train, and maybe this does eat into our profits, but let's get some Royal Knights. Let's get some chivalric sergeants we can send north. Let's even get another +1 urban militia in Tuscany. So we're training throughout Italy, and then we're going to consolidate those guys. We can actually start this now. We've got one. He's going to come up. So let's take... well, I can't take you. Let's take you. And are we training? Yeah, we'll take... Yes, just one. I think I will take... jeez. We'll just train a feudal knight. We'll just train a feudal knight. It's been so long. We'll train one. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it yet. We'll just go with that. Over here, everything's fine. The horde is not in our face, but they are in the Adriatic with a Bagala. This time, I'm going to just sit. We've got better defense and better attack. I've got 2 command. They've got none, I think. Just 1. We'll just play defensively. That seems to be working better than not, so we will wait. With regards to the Crusade, though, maybe I do want to take this guy. I mean, he's really good. Count of Sicily, Imperial Chamberlain, he's got good acumen. 1015. I'd be really worried about sending him way away. And the Emperor, I don't think I can spare to send in the Crusade. But if it is a Crusade to Venice, you know, we could move him to Rome, and we could just have him march alongside the Crusade, I guess. Well, then his men are going to get siphoned out of there. I don't like that plan. Putting your king in a Crusade apparently can be very risky, especially if you send him far away. And the problem is all of our territories are far away from each other. So I think we'll just hold off there. We're going to lose a little bit of money this turn, but that's okay. We can't build a fortress anyway yet. We need to do this first. How much time we have here? 1 year. I mean, we could go over here, right? Is there a border fort? Oh, I wish it would tell me what's here. I think there is. But I'm not sure. Although, our spy here, 74% loyalty now. Alright, this could be good. We could make something happen. Oh, they hit Brandenburg. Of course they did. Bunch of jerks. Okay. Yeah, they're hitting these generals that are rank 0, which means their assassins are targeting guys. I mean, maybe what they did is they targeted the top general in a stack when he was separated from these guys currently. That's probably what's happening. Okay, we've got to retreat to the stronghold, I guess. Ugh. Alright, the Byzantines get... See, there we go. It's a defensive battle, we win it. Alright, Loyalist Revolt. Alright, they'll probably starve us out in Wallachia. And the Italians really want us to ally with them, but no. The Byzantines are just all over our trade. We need that alliance. Okay, this guy's a deep thinker, which is probably fine unless he's targeted by a Inquisitor. So let's take a look. How's our income looking? We did lose some cash, but we are making 1,100 this coming season. Okay, we're losing a little bit of money due to not having Brandenburg. Our spy there is doing his best, but we're still not seeing any chance of a revolt just yet. So what I could do is send these guys to Poland again. Right? Maybe that would pull them out of Brandenburg. The forces that are here now are not super strong, right? We've got we've got two quite strong units and then two of the horse archers. And one of their infantry. That's it. So one of these guys is their general. I guess it doesn't matter, yeah. No really relevant traits. They're probably going to assault. We are building a fort here. We could cancel it and get our 400 back. We don't have a lot going on in Saxony. Jeez. I really want them to stop being this way. I just want peace. Peace with the Horde. Alright, let's... I mean, Poland looks really weak. Like, if we go to Poland... There's not going to be a rebellion here, right? But if we go to Poland and get it, and I think we would, unless they move other stuff in. 64% on very low, and I do want my spy here, I think. Let's cancel the fort. It gets us back almost up to 6,000. And geez, that risks a rebellion or maybe even a faction reemergence, like the Polish could reemerge. Alright, and you know, the rebels won Hungary. That is interesting. It's just a weak little army, so they're not... Yeah, the Horde is not doing great. They're throwing a lot of stuff at the west right now, but they're losing in the east. And this is just really frustrating because I can't capitalize on the Byzantines' successes at all. Like if they only attacked Lesser Armenia, right? I could... Well, that wouldn't be good either, but I could at least trade with their port. But them attacking Anatolia... I mean, I could go and hit Nicaea, but again, the problem there is it leaves me open to this, as well as to the Byzantines. So we're stuck in Antioch. We'll just have to make that the center, you know, of trade. Keep doing the trade that we're doing. Let's take out a look at our revolt. It's not too inspiring. It's not too inspiring. They've got one good heavy cav unit. Looks like this guy just moved in. He's like standing up. Or is he march? Like, he's not a rebel. In any case, I guess maybe they all look like that. Just when they're in a province, they're all standing. Okay, that's fair enough. Our guys are sort of, I don't know, kneeling, something like that. Yeah, so, okay, Loyalist Revolt. You know, maybe we could do it, though. We do have a lot of cav. We don't have a good general. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot here that we can use to support. Oh, no, we do. That's not true. We could send our king right up right now. That is so risky, though. Let's send... Oh, this guy's... Yeah, I'll keep him with the king. Still at 5 stars. Let's... Dietrich Herden. Do we want to send you? Or... Oof, a little loyalty. Yeah, we're running into trouble with our generals here. Well, first things first. Definitely send you up. And yeah, given that, I think we could send you up. So we've got 1, 2, 3 slots open. It's 1, 2, 3. So we could send another chivalric sergeant. That would still leave 1.5, or 2.5 rather. And we're kind of sword heavy down here, but we do have another unit right here. But let's keep that stuff. Is this enough? 2 chivalric sergeants under a 2-star general. I mean, they could move in this army, and then we might be in trouble. But let's go ahead and bring the urban militia. And let's just be a little more careful with loyalty. Let's put Maximilian in charge. Okay, so now we've got 2 urban militia. We've got a unit of swords. We've got 2 units of those good spears, one of which will be the general. We've got 2 mounted sergeants, 3 mounted crossbows, and we've got a bombard. And between them, they've got a really good unit of the Mongol heavy cav that's basically full strength, but 0 valor. They do have some very beat up other units. And I think basically we would be able to just cav around them, right? Just get the Mongol heavy cav with our spears, and everything else use our cavalry. All right, so that'll be the plan there. So this is another reason to wait yet one more turn for the crusade, because we want to see what's going to happen with this. If we win it, then we're probably going to crusade somewhere else. If we can't win it, then obviously not. But Venice, as we've seen, is really hard to hold, so I think the next step would be to decide something about Austria. Let's send our 2-star spy, or no, our, we'll do that. We'll send a 2-star spy up into Tyrolia, our emissary into Austria to see what the rebels look like, and our 4-star spy I feel like we have to keep right here, because I believe this has a border fort. Okay, we're attacking Poland. We're building stuff in the north. We're counterattacking Venice with our rebel army, and otherwise we're just waiting. A couple more years, we'll be good in terms of cash. Okay, Hungarians move, or the rebels move out of Hungary, and the Horde has counterattacked from where? Hard to tell. They're not moving forces from Bohemia, it doesn't look like. And they don't have forces in Austria, so probably from elsewhere to the east. Alright, so they're going to get back Hungary, and we're going to get Poland without a fight, at least yet. And they're assaulting Brandenburg. Well, we're going to auto-calc this. We're going to lose Brandenburg again. Gosh. Okay, Golden Horde are withdrawing from Venice to their fort. Okay. We've got a siege going. We've got ransom demanded from the Horde. We are not going to pay that. And we got bandits in Pomerania. Hey, we did it. Unrest in Crimea. Alright, and they sieged us out in Wallachia. Alright, so Bavaria just had an Inquisition. Let's go check the loyalty. 125. Alright, let's then get a spy up there. I mean, this may only help the Spanish or the Hungarians who may be able to do something with this. But let's see, 1 year. Okay, I think our guys can just wait this out. This is 2 turns, really. Oh yeah, we've got a feudal knight as well. Let's keep you... I guess keep you with the king. Or no. You've got good loyalty. Let's bring you back up. Oh, now they've got a ship there. Let's leave you here, but if we get the opportunity, I'll move these guys up towards Venice. Yeah, I think it's so tough holding onto this territory because it's like it's hard to defend. It's flat, and the Mongols have really good armies for fighting on flat territory. But really, this isn't much better. But we just need more. So we could go for Croatia with our crusade, maybe, which might be interesting. I don't know exactly where that would put us. Would it have us go around or just to Naples and then hop across by sea? I guess it depends if there's a boat here. This is another Bagala. 2 stars on this one. Well, we'll see how it goes. And here's a Dow with just 1 star. But we're a Caravel with none. Again, I'm just going to wait defensively. Oh, the Byzantines got crushed out of Anatolia. Dang. Okay. Huh. Well, alright. Good in the sense that the Byzantines are a little frightening. But let's take a look at this rebellion here in Crimea. Oh, it's a bunch of Mongols. Wow. Okay. Mongol warriors and regular archers. And they're probably not going to win this. But it's nice that it worked. So now we've got to give some thought. I'm just going to wait this siege out, see how things develop. I don't want to send my crusade just yet, because if we send it through Venice, if it has to go through Venice, I would imagine that would weaken our besieging army, right? And that may come at a bad time. Some of these guys may decide that instead of sieging Venice, they'd rather go off on crusade. And then their forces would be stripped out, and then maybe the Mongols would come in and counterattack big. So I think we need to work towards having... Oh gosh, our income's only 519, but I think we need to work towards having, 2 strong-ish armies. One at Naples, and then one up at Venice. Okay, so that's what's happening there. We're going to see if maybe we could force a withdrawal or a rebellion in Bavaria. On the other hand, if we captured Bohemia, right, then the Mongols are cut off, and if we invade and win, they're going to have to ransom them all back. This is really hard to deal with, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full units of Mongol heavy cav and 3 horse archers. Gosh. We get rebellion in Pomerania, which we could go back and address. But yeah, part of me is thinking this army here might just be able to beat this army, right? These 2 stacks. Maybe not, though. Yeah, we don't have that much spear stuff. Oh, gosh. And our only way back is through Pomerania anyway. I think we gotta save Saxony. It feels like this is necessary to save Saxony, right? Taking Poland, taking Silesia. Otherwise, they can just keep doing this forever. But I don't... Yeah, this is really good. This is really tough to beat. And these guys are going to just come out if we get attacked, even just from Volhynia, right? Let alone this guy, who's a 6-star genius. I mean, he would be 4 stars if he was attacking, because he's a defender. but still. That's some good stuff. Well, we've got a spy here, a 4-star spy in Hungary, but let's go over to Carpathia, see if we can cause some rebellion over here. If we can cause some trouble in the east, you know, I'm kind of all for it, but I think the prudent thing is to go back to Pomerania. We could, theoretically, we could hit Silesia, I guess, and just leave Pomerania. But I think we need to be ready to hit this army if they go into Saxony. So that's the concern. Is that we just don't, we don't have the men or the forces or the money to defend like all of this in the right way, so we have to be really just careful about it, which is very frustrating. All right, let's get the princess, I don't know, Bulgaria. Let's see what they got there. And we're going to come back in Pomerania and, I guess, defend. We'll just defend against this unit of arquebuses. And hope, yeah, maybe we'll get a loyalist revolt in Brandenburg. We've got a 4-star spy there. They've got nothing here except the farm. Let's train another chivalric sergeants and see what the mercs are. Ah, pikemen. I mean, that's a little expensive, and I don't think it's a great unit. I've always been a little disappointed by pikes in this game. Especially, you know, maybe it's just because I use them pretty independently of each other, so, you know, I never have, like, 6 units of pikes. Okay, the English are doing okay in Wales. And 3 more turns for the baronial estates. Oh, wow, Hungary, good. I mean, I have to be a little careful with Hungary because they could overtake us in points easily if they start conquering, but this is nice. I'll take it. Okay, we've got a really stupid battle. And I think I have to fight it because if we don't, we're gonna take some amount of losses, and I think it's possible to do this while taking no losses. So yeah, let's just have you fire at will. You guys like that, and let's just get our cav together up here. They're attacking us, so they're going to need to march in our direction. Alright, now we'll take you off fire at will. Actually, let's just go with the knights here. I think they're close enough to fire. You guys, let's watch the friendly fire, please. Let's get a march order. There we go.
Unfortunately slain before the pox could kill him.
Alright, I don't think we lost anybody there. And lost none. Good. So it was a little silly battle to fight. Oh. Okay, well, this is not a huge emergency because we have Naples. We've got Naples with a big army, but so we can deal with this. Friggin' Pope, man. He just ran out of stuff to do, that's all. Alright. He's got no valor on anybody. But these guys could definitely hurt us. Let's see what we can do with it. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be excommunicated now, which is just the last thing I need. But again, we can get rid of that. Okay, let's go up here. Just the worst possible spot for cavalry to be. Are the militia sergeants here? It looks like some of them are. Maybe not all of them. Now, oddly enough, we're kind of on a saddle here, so, like, we're not going to get the height advantage if we're fighting here. So let's go up this hill. It is annoying to line guys up in the woods, because the woods are... While you're drawing your guys out, they're sort of treated as physical objects. Of course they are. They're trees. But it's just very, very annoying to work with. Okay. Alright, they have some crossbows. Yeah, those are going to shoot us. Here come the Royal Knights. Peasants going downhill. Like, the best I could hope for is to rout a bunch of these units and have the negative morale infect the rest of his army. Kill the Pope really quick. Now, I mean, this is a good little move. Send me down at some downhill, easy targets. Back. Over here, come on. There's Pope himself. Let's hit him. This was inevitable at some point, I guess. Alright, this would be up in Pomerania. Let's release them all. Yeah, no papacy. No thanks. Okay, more unrest in Tyrolia. That's fine. Golden Horde are the richest, but they still haven't gotten Austria back. And Venice is about to fall. Good. Alright, Novgorod is staying with me. Oh no. Yep, that could be trouble. Alright, am I excommunicated? No. But I probably can't do crusades. Let's see. Pope forbids you to start any crusades, yeah. Yeah, okay. So... We're not at war with... We're not allied to the Spanish anymore. This might be a good opportunity to get back Milan and work our way back north. You know, we've got a lot of marriage alliances with them. We're currently married to a Spanish girl. Did they leave the Papal States entirely empty? I don't particularly want the Papal States. I mean, here's one possibility. We eliminate the papacy, right? Doing that would not be the end of the faction forever. Eliminating the papacy is temporary. They will always come back at some point. While they are eliminated, I don't think anybody can crusade. So that stinks. So it doesn't feel like that's the best move. What I'd want to do is do what I did earlier, right? Get him out of Tuscany, make him withdraw to the Papal States, besiege them, kill a bunch of their men, or you know, fight a battle at the Papal States, then get him under siege with the Pope still in the fort, and then withdraw. I get my ships out of range, which is not an issue now thanks to the Golden Horde, and then there's no contact essentially. I could do that most easily by moving these guys down out of Tuscany. And you know, I could spare some guys. I mean, I don't think there's nobody in this stinks. They left it completely empty. But I could take you three, maybe even you. Now we got 4 units under Philip von Nassau. Alright, those are good units. And he has mostly bad units. And I could take... do I have any other generals? Well, I've got you. Always drunk. It would be nice to have you. Maybe I take you over here to Tuscany. Let's train another Genoese sailor. I'm rather worried about the Danes building up in Provence. I mean, actually, how... Nah, you don't... Again, I don't want to eliminate the faction. So we move... We've got some Teutonic Knights, almost a full unit. 3 sergeants and 1 sword unit. That should be enough to deal with all of this, really. I would like some light cav, and we do have that. We do have that right over here. So let's take 2 of the mounted crossbows and move them out. Okay. I think that'll be good. That may just drive them away. And then we do the same trick. We're really close to 8,000. And 2 years away. So, no more building this turn. But yeah, let's get you guys all together. Actually, 1, 2, 3 units. Yeah, 1. No, I want to keep you with me, but you and you can go over here. Maybe what we'll do here is just retrain these strangely disloyal militia sergeants. We get them back up to snuff. That won't be too expensive. And how are we doing in Carpathia? Ooh, 66% loyalty. This is good. I feel like we're making some progress here. We could get hit in Venice, right? Croatia's army could move over. But yeah. I probably shouldn't have stopped that fort in Pomerania. Well, either way, we would have had to, you know, we don't have the men to really defend Pomerania. Pomerania is just kind of a pipe dream at this point. Brandenburg is, gosh, it's 7 points away from 100%, so there's only a 7% chance of a rebellion. We'll just go back and defend. We'll just defend. And what else did we get done? Okay, we built a shipmaker, but now I don't really have the money to use it. Pomerania, do I want to put a spy? I don't think it's worth it. Oh, but the Hungarians left this empty too. Everyone's just tempting me. but I can't really take advantage. I mean, I could hit Hungary, but it doesn't make sense. I need some neutral people to trade with. Alright, I'll put you here. There we go. 100% loyalty. Then we can crank this up a little bit. And what else? Everything here is looking good. We don't have a ship here anymore, but what are you going to do? Okay, we got to deal with the papacy thing. Alright, yeah, Danes still in Wessex, and they're still not at war with the English, just the Italians. Okay, let's move down to Flanders, and then we'll move into Spain and see how it all looks there. We will get Venice back, though. We will get Venice next turn. And hopefully this is going to keep the Spanish distracted. And in a couple of years, we can get the Pope off our back. Okay, Hungarians and the Horde going after Prussia. Ooh, a big fight for Lesser Armenia. That would have been a good time to attack. Oh. This could be bad for Hungary. Alright, yep. Ah, damn it. Now, we do outnumber them here. And they didn't bring in their best units. Or maybe they did. They've got one good heavy cav. And they've got one good, you know, hybrid cav unit. And these guys are the issue, really. Okay, what could we do? I don't think we can retreat anywhere because I think to go... yeah, does... No, this does not... This is Venice, right? So this is Tuscany. So Genoa's over here. So we can't get over to Genoa. We have to fight this. Well, good thing I didn't bring my king, I guess. Let's see if we can defend it. We do have 2 full-strength solid spear units, but we don't have archers. And that's... gosh. I feel like we're going to lose it. Well, we'll go back to making money again, I guess. Okay. Not too much in terms of the terrain to help us out. Jeez. Yeah, I guess we set up here. Get the bombard, go, fire at will. We got like no really good units. You know, we've got our chivalric sergeants, but you know, 2 of them. That's it. One of them's the general. That's not really the situation you want to be in. We've got swords there. We've got our mounted sergeants, and we've got our crossbows. They are mounted crossbows. They're going to be kind of slow. Let's make sure they're on engage at will, and the other cav, jeez, I don't know. No archers. And that's a step-heavy cav unit. And as is tradition, our bombard missed everything. So, let's bring you over here. And let's just switch this out. Let's bring our cav over here. Where their archers happen to be, or some of them anyway. I mean, I feel like we're very close to being able to deal with this army. Run. And urban militia attack. Step cavalry. Let's do it. I feel like we should win this. But this is probably got really good armor and stuff. 30. 28. And they're down to 11 men. Cancel that actually. 25. Let's attack the handgunners. I don't want them to get a fire off. Let's throw in with our spears. Let's get over here. Let's hit the step cav in the back. I would love for them to go away now, but they're probably not going to. Down to 24 men in this heavy cav unit. We haven't even engaged their step heavy cav. Alright, finally we're beating them over here, but just in time. They're going to get some heavy cav in our back. Yep. We've got our swordsman routing. The general is winning, evenly matched, winning slightly. I'm surprised he's doing as well as he is. Down to 19 Mongol heavy cav. Their general is still unfought. Alright, halt. I want you guys to attack the step heavy cav, I guess. 17 men, losing slightly, 16. General's doing pretty good. And their general's thinking about getting involved. We're going to lose all of our cav here, though. Look how well they're doing. There were 9 of them, now there's only 6. Down to 11 Mongol heavy cav. Chivalric sergeant's losing. Alright, let's come in. Let's ignore that guy. Try to save the general. Nine Mongol heavy cav left. Right, peasants routing. Mounted crossbowmen. Let's hit those Mongol horse archers, please. Handgunners. Maybe. Crew, you need to go in. And you need to get out of here, I think. Up and around. Right, now they're thrown in. 86 chivalric sergeants down to 5 Mongol heavy cav. Their general's hitting us in the flank, though. He looks a little reluctant to engage. Let's get down, hit the handgunners. The general's down to 21 men. Oh my gosh. Handgunners are a good unit in melee. We still have some urban militia, which I'm kind of surprised at. 4 Mongol heavy cav left. Oh my gosh, look at this mess. Still got a full unit, basically, of Mongol warriors. And their general has not yet engaged. Damn it. Here they come. They're choosing that moment to attack. It's a good moment. Uncertain. Yep. Oh, that is so disappointing. Okay. Papacy withdraws. We don't even have to fight them. We're not paying ransom. Good. That was unexpected. I was not expecting that much. What was it, like a 7% chance of a rebellion? That's a good one. We needed one of those. Okay. Champagne, yeah. Fair enough. I guess I don't need the Inquisitor right there. And here we go! Yes. Polish reappear. This is good. Now, this time, try not to die of old age. This is also a really good location for them to reappear. It touches Poland. It touches Hungary, right? Wallachia, Moldavia. It doesn't touch any of our territories or territories that we're interested in the immediate future. So just in time, just in time. The Hungarians are starting to expand. The Mongols are, pressing against my borders. And the Polish come back. My spies are doing good work. Lothair is a humanist. Yep. That's just really disappointing to not get Venice back. But I think they threw just about everything they had in Croatia at me. And here's the other thing. Our spy has caused a revolt in Venice before. He can do it again. So, once we get this little papacy issue resolved, maybe we can have a crusade. Let's see if they'll do it now. Nope. Do we want to try peace? I don't think that's liable to work. So I think what we do, this is the escaped army, and as much as I would like to just disband him because of this -3 morale trait, I don't think we can afford to do it yet. Let's in fact move. No, we'll keep him here, and everybody else can go to the Papal States. Who was the leader of Tuscany, though? There was a general or a governor of Tuscany here. Maybe this was one of these guys. Income is 649. Let's just cast about for a replacement. Okay, unhinged loon, not good. But okay, always drunk. That's not good. Is drunk bad for acumen? Yeah, I would think, but you never know. Okay, I'm sure we have another good general candidate somewhere, or governor. Governor of Tuscany. We need a governor of Tuscany. Someone with 4 acumen would do nicely. You are pretty good. Actually, pride. Okay, that's just hurts command. So you can do it. There we go. Gives us a little bit of income. And we've got our disloyal militia sergeants back. Now here, probably the same thing. They'll probably withdraw. We've got cav to hit their ballistas and to chase their crossbows and to chase their pope, and we've got infantry just to march inexorably towards them. I don't even think we need to bring anything else up. I think probably now, though, we might want to train something in Rome. For a long time we had, like, I think a single chivalric sergeant unit or something here just to hold the place down. And so that probably makes sense. Let's do that. One more year for the baronial court. And then, we're going to be still a few years away from being able to do the fortress, I think. Yeah, Byzantines get Lesser Armenia. Good for them. I would, part of me really would like to go for this. But there's still some dangerous units about, and there's the dangerous Byzantines. So if we were to fail, we wouldn't be able to communicate or support each other's, the armies. So I don't think that's a good move. Crimea, we may get another rebellion. 76% loyalty here. They've moved in some better units, but still some loyalty trouble. Let's take a look at what we have now with the Poles. Oh, some nice late-era Royal Knights, some nice Pavese units, some guns. I guess it's your typical late-era Catholic army with halberdiers. That's going to be helpful against the Horde, I would think. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Some very good anti-cav units and some good swords. I think they should do well. I hope they do. We will go for an alliance with them at some point. Let's just keep the spy here to see how well they're going to do. Okay, there's a border fort here. Let's go to Moldavia. And maybe we'll check out Volhynia and see who's there. And yeah, this revolt. A lot of peasants, but it'll cost them some men to put all this down. So I'm feeling good about that. We've got some better units now. Some more spearmen. So 2.5 good units of spears. 3, 4 good units of spears. Let's retrain you to get 5 good units of spears. And if we go for this, we get crossbows. It's too many buildings. It's, like, you know, part of me wants to go, okay, just get some Pavi's crossbows, but that would require this and then another building. That's like 10 years, about 1,000 total. It'd be a good unit. Maybe we should, but let's hold off, because otherwise we're never going to get Gothic Knights. And we need the fortress for, you know, many reasons. Okay, we're attacking the Papal States. I think we're good. I think we're good here. I don't think we need anything else. Tuscany can be very high taxes, and this is 80 men. Let's go for one more. Let's go for do we want another emissary in Naples? Yeah. You know, it'd be nice to have another one really close by the Italian factions, and also to help spy out Spain and you know, Eastern Europe. All right, so they easily forced the Horde to retreat, and they're not okay. They thought they were going to go for Austria, but they decided not to. All right, so this is one that we will fight. And our general here is the men-at-arms unit. Very good. These guys will be a bit of an issue with their armor piercing. And then, of course, the crossbows and the ballista. I don't think we have any archers. We do have our mounted crossbows. It doesn't matter too much. Ah, the ballisters are way over there. Okay. Let's just ignore them then. Change facing. March. Okay, so yes, the crossbows are going to be out first. We're going to be fighting uphill, but we do have our own cavalry. And we can also just ignore them because we've got these nice chivalric guys. So I think we'll just march uphill. And we can try to catch you. Alright, we are going to just catch him. Let's pull back. And that was one of the rare cases where the handling of the unit, the responsiveness, worked really nicely. Alright, militia sergeant's got to run into our spears. And you guys should, yeah, skirmish away. Let's hit those peasants. And let's move up here. Here, and do we want to hit the militia sergeants with our cav? Possibly. Alright, now we'll go for the crossbows there, go after the general, the Pope, and let's get into the back. I don't want to lose too many of these Teutonic Knights. There we go. Remember, we don't want the Pope to die. We want the Pope to run away to the fort. Actually, let's hit the militia sergeants in the back. 19 crossbowmen are fighting back against our mounted crossbows. Let's send some more spears to tie up the Pope. Get him a little scared. Let him run away. Alright, don't die, Pope. All your men are running away. I think we just need to surround him. And let's see, we're gonna get them. We'll get a message if he starts to rout. Man, he must feel like a hero here. He's winning easily. Oh. Well, let's go for the ballista. Okay, since everyone's running away, let's bring the knights back just for the intimidation factor. We just want to, we just wanted to get him to rout. We don't want to kill him here. Alright. Take out the ballista. All their crossbowmen are off the field. Let's bring our guys, but take them off fire at will. Jeez, we're gonna have to kill you to the last man. Down to 5. Alright, everybody leave him alone, leave him alone. No, leave him alone, leave him alone. Oh no, we're gonna accidentally kill him. I could rout this unit. I think we're good. You're not firing, right? No. Okay. Just rout off the field. Gentle Pope. Over the hill. Don't run towards the knights. Everyone make way. Alright. I think we're good. I think he's going to be safe. There we go. Let's see if he'll pay ransom for those 67 men. We have it under siege. Great. Oh, good. Another victory at the Sea of Crete. And no ransom for the papal guys. They are dead broke, that's all. Okay. Well, I'd been rather negligent with regard to the Papal States. We went for Venice. We totally surrounded the Pope, and for a long time there seemed like no issues there whatsoever. But hey, we did get another loyalist rebellion in Venice, and that's got a 2-star general leading it. Very, very nice. Okay, Bavaria has... okay, the king is still there. Fine. No! I didn't mean to do that. How did that even... Did he die of old age? He may have been very old. He may have been very confused in these last few years and not known what to do. So he struck out. He lashed out. That can happen. So he lashed out at us. We should have just, we should have been the bigger man and taken it, but that's too bad. Wow. I think it was literally just him, too. Maybe if any of the other units had withdrawn, maybe he would have had another general to pass on the line to. I don't know how exactly it works. You know, I'm playing the, obviously the Germans, who work kind of the same way, where you don't need an heir designate in order to keep going with your faction if your king dies. So the papacy works the same way. Okay. So the papacy have been conquered, and a puppet pope sits on the papist throne under the control of his conquerors. But much of the papal hierarchy escaped. They've set up a papacy in exile with their own pope. The papacy will take no part in affairs of state until it reemerges as an independent faction. All previous excommunications have been declared null and void. Well, that complicates things. This was a total accident. I did not mean to do this. And what it means is that we're going to be facing a big, nasty papal reemergence at some point. I don't think I've ever seen this myself, quite honestly. I don't know where it can happen. Probably only places that the papacy conquered, right? And I think that's just these three. I don't think they ever got so far as conquering Venice, even besieging it. You know, or Milan or Genoa, so... Huh. One theory is that we could conquer the Papal States, destroy everything, maybe leave the port intact, so that we could trade with it theoretically, and then withdraw. The Papal States is not terribly rich. 60% farm income only gives you 150. They've built some upgrades, but not a ton. And so we could loot and get a good amount of stuff out of this. Let's assault because, well, we do have an emissary. How much would this cost to bribe? 1,200. Too much for me. I don't feel like it at this point. With how the economy's going, we're making just enough to limp along. Does this mean I can't crusade? Let's see. Yeah. Without the guidance of the Pope, no new crusades can be organized. You must wait until a new Pope is elected. So, this is the thing. Like, it says, you know, there's a puppet Pope under the control of its conquerors. And so that would be us, right? But we can't really do anything. We don't have an actual guy who we can say, you know, is the actual Pope in charge. We can't excommunicate anybody, for example. We can't warn any other factions not to attack any other Catholic factions. We just have the territory. And, you know, on the one hand, that's nice because it means no more excommunications. And so if we wanted to, we could beat up the Spanish, right? Without fear of reprisal from the Pope anyway, from excommunication. So no one can crusade. That can also be a good thing because, you know, maybe you don't want other factions to be crusading at you or crusading provinces from you. But in my case, I've got this shiny crusade marker here. I'd love to use it. Well, the moment for that is not now. And honestly, we've been doing okay with our spies, keeping the Golden Horde busy in Venice. And in Croatia, they've got, you know, they've got some units. We don't have a great army here this time. But we're going to assault the Papal States. We're definitely going to do that. We're going to take the province, and we're going to see how much money we can make. And maybe then, as a result of that, we can start work on our fortress in Naples. But if nothing else, we've got chivalric knights. I feel as though I want to spend all of our profits and train a unit of chivalric knights. This is a unit that we were working towards a very long time ago, but didn't quite make it. And now we're finally there. So let's do it. Let's get one. They're a fantastic unit. And, you know, I think that'll help no matter what we're going to be facing. Maybe they can go toe-to-toe with the Mongol heavy cav, right? And we can start taking back our eastern territories. So I think we're going to have to leave the episode here. As always, I feel when I end these, like I've never reached a settled point, you know? Like, for a very long time in this campaign, I have not felt comfortable, at ease, secure in my borders. And it is, even more the case ever since we, got reduced to 2 or 3 provinces, and it just feels like a struggle for survival. Well, now we've got basically all of the peninsula of Italy. We're working on getting Venice back. Maybe actually we should pull out of the Papal States now and get Venice back for sure, and let the Pope just re-emerge. Right? Maybe we want to do that. I think that's what we'll do. It's more important for us to have this than for us to make sure rebels aren't here, right? If we need to, if we feel like this is a huge mistake, we can take this back later. But we're not making any money from the Papal States anyway. We could conceivably make money from Venice. So I think that's what we'll do, folks. We will work on that, focus on the Horde, try to get our economy under control. It is moving along. We're getting there. And then maybe see about finally getting towards those really, really important Gothic Knights. So thanks for joining me for this episode. We'll see where things are going to go in the next one. Until then, take care.